Welcome back, everybody. Today, we're going to be diving into some Buddhist teachings.
Okay.
And in particular, we're going to be looking at the ideas of the revered Vietnamese Buddhist teacher, Thich Chân Quang.
Right.
And he has a lot of really interesting things to say about success.
Yes, he does.
And not just the kind of success that, fits in your wallet.
Right.
We're talking about success on kind of a deeper level.
Yeah, absolutely.
So are you ready to unlock some wisdom?
Always ready. Let's go.
All right. So, it's fascinating to me how we often just assume that if you work hard,
Right.
you're automatically going to be wealthy or achieve whatever it is you're going for.
Yeah.
But Master Chan Quang, he points out there's actually a lot more to it than that.
It's much more nuanced than that.
It is.
Yeah.
So what would you say is the secret sauce?
Well, Master Chan Quang highlights two key ingredients for success.
Okay.
And this is whether you're aiming for business success, academic achievement, or even spiritual growth. Yeah, and those two key ingredients are Phuc and the right method.
Okay. That's a new one for me.
Yeah.
What is that?
So think of Phuc as a kind of cosmic savings account
Okay.
of good fortune or merit.
Okay.
And it's built up through good deeds and positive actions.
Okay.
So it's not just about having money.
Right.
It's about having the right conditions and opportunities line up for you to succeed.
So it's like having the wind at your back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got it.
Okay.
But you still need to know how to set sail. You still need to know what to do
Right.
with that good fortune that's coming your way.
Yeah, that's a great analogy. And, Master Chan Quang gives a great example, I thought, to illustrate this. He talks about someone who suddenly wins the lottery.
Yeah.
Huge prize.
Huge, right.
They've got Phuc. They've got that stroke of luck. But if they don't have the right method for managing that windfall,
All right.
they could lose it all.
Absolutely.
So you really need both elements
You need both. You
Yeah.
can't have one without the other.
to really thrive.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. So how do we actually build up this Phuc?
Right.
Is it like donating to charity or?
That's definitely one way.
Okay.
Master Chan Quang emphasizes that building Phuc is an active process.
Okay.
It's about cultivating goodness through actions.
Okay.
So kindness, generosity, ethical behavior,
Right.
those things all make deposits into your account.
I love that. It's a good way to think about it.
Yeah,
It makes it seem less mystical and more like something we can actually take control of.
absolutely. It's about what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So what about that second ingredient,
yeah.
the right method? What does Master Chan Quang have to say about that?
He uses a really great analogy to explain this, and it's learning music.
Okay.
So not everyone who picks up a guitar becomes a rock star.
Right.
You might have natural talent, even some Phuc,
Right.
but to truly excel, you need the right techniques, the right teacher, the right practice regimen.
So you need the right tools and guidance to channel that good fortune effectively.
Precisely.
Okay.
You got it. And for Master Chan Quang, finding the right teacher is paramount.
Oh, wow.
So the teacher acts as a guide, helping you refine your approach and maximize your potential.
Right.
But he's also very clear that the student's own effort and dedication are just as important.
Of course.
So it's a two-way street.
Yeah, it reminds me of that saying, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
Yes.
It sounds like you need to be actively seeking that guidance.
Absolutely. And Master Chan Quang stresses that this journey towards success requires a healthy dose of self-reflection and humility.
Like humility.
Yeah.
I always thought that confidence is key to achieving great things.
Right, and it might seem counterintuitive, but Master Chan Quang suggests that true progress often comes from acknowledging our weaknesses
Okay.
and constantly striving to improve. He actually argues that those who are most critical of themselves radiate a sense of peace and ease, while those who boast about their achievements can make others uncomfortable.
That is counterintuitive. I would have thought the opposite.
I know, it's really interesting.
Why would self-criticism lead to a sense of peace?
So Master Chan Quang explains that self-criticism, when done with a genuine desire to grow, helps reduce the ego.
Okay.
This, in turn, fosters humility.
I see.
Conversely, boasting inflates the ego, creating barriers in connecting authentically with others.
Okay, that's fascinating. So for our listeners, it's a reminder to pay attention to their own tendencies
Right.
towards self-criticism or self-praise and how that impacts their interaction.
Exactly. And this ties directly into another key aspect of Buddhist teachings,
Right.
finding inner peace through meditation.
Meditation. I mean, that's the classic image of the monk on a mountaintop.
Right.
How does Master Chan Quang connect that with achieving success?
He sees meditation as a powerful tool for cultivating inner stillness and clarity, which then allows you to navigate the complexities of life more skillfully.
So it's not about becoming a meditation guru overnight,
No.
but incorporating it into our lives to find a bit more calm and focus.
Exactly.
Right.
And even small doses can lead to some pretty amazing benefits. Better understanding of people and situations.
Wow.
Improved problem solving.
Okay.
Even an increase in overall intelligence.
Hold on. Meditation makes you smarter.
That's what he says.
Okay, now I'm really interested. But let's be real.
Yeah,
The world is complicated. Things aren't always black and white.
right.
How does Master Chan Quang address that?
Well, he's very realistic about that.
Okay.
He points out that wealth, while often desired,
Yeah.
can come with its own pressures and challenges.
Right.
And on the flip side, living a simple life might limit your ability to help others on a larger scale.
Okay.
It's a constant balancing act.
So it's not about picking one extreme or the other.
No, it's about finding that middle path, that sweet spot where you can make a positive impact without getting swept up in extremes.
Okay.
And he advises always striving to see both the positive and negative aspects of every situation,
Yeah.
helping you make balanced choices.
It's such a valuable skill to have that nuanced perspective and not just blindly chase after one ideal.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And he applies that same principle to finding the right spiritual path and teacher.
Okay.
He cautions that following the wrong path can lead to wasted effort and stagnation.
So how do you know if you're on the right track?
Right.
It seems like there's so many spiritual options out there.
It can feel overwhelming,
Yeah.
like trying to find a needle in a haystack.
Exactly.
Master Chan Quang advises actively praying for guidance to find a true mentor who embodies authentic Buddhist principles.
So it's like sending out a spiritual SOS,
Yeah,
trusting that the universe will point you in the right direction.
exactly.
But it all comes back to Phuc, doesn't it?
It does.
The more we cultivate goodness, the more likely we are to attract those right circumstances, the right teachers, the right opportunities for genuine spiritual growth.
Absolutely.
When the student is ready, the teacher appears.
When the student is
Yeah,
ready.
yeah.
And, it really is about aligning your actions with your aspirations. And, Master Chan Quang doesn't shy away from the complexities of finding the right path,
Right.
even within Buddhism itself.
Yeah.
He acknowledges, all the different schools of thought, the varied interpretations,
Yeah.
and how that can feel overwhelming.
Oh, absolutely. It's like walking into a giant spiritual supermarket.
It is.
So many options, but which ones are truly nourishing?
Right.
Yeah.
And he brings up a really intriguing point. He says that sometimes people might be drawn to a specific teacher or tradition, not because it deeply resonates with them,
Okay.
but because of karmic connections.
Karmic connections.
Almost like a debt carried over from a past life.
Hold on. So you're saying you could end up on the wrong spiritual path because of something that happened in a previous life.
He thinks so.
That's a bit mind-blowing.
It might sound far out,
Yeah.
but Master Chan Quang believes it's more common than we realize.
Okay.
So you might feel pulled towards a teacher, even if their teachings don't quite match your intuition or your understanding of core Buddhist principles.
So how do you break free from that?
Right.
How do you find a path that truly aligns with who you are now?
Master Chan Quang's advice is beautifully simple.
Okay.
Pray for guidance.
Okay.
Sincerely ask for help in finding a true mentor,
Okay.
someone who embodies the authentic spirit of the Dharma.
So it's like sending out a spiritual SOS.
It is.
Trusting that the universe will point you in the right direction.
You got it.
But it all comes back to Phuc, doesn't it?
It does. He suggests that cultivating goodness in our lives makes us more likely to attract the right circumstances, the right teachers, the right opportunities for genuine spiritual growth.
Right. When the student is ready, the teacher appears, as they say.
When the student's ready.
And this is where I'm curious about Master Chan Quang's perspective on meditation.
Yeah.
He had some really interesting things to say about how it can boost intelligence and help you navigate a complex world.
Right. It's a common misconception that meditation is about emptying your mind,
Okay.
while achieving complete mental stillness is a high attainment.
Yeah.
The type of meditation Master Chan Quang advocates for is about cultivating clarity and focus.
So it's more about decluttering your mental attic,
Yes,
creating space for new insights to emerge.
exactly.
Okay.
As you train your mind to become more still, you start seeing things more clearly.
Okay.
You understand people's motivations better.
Right.
You can make decisions with greater wisdom.
So it's like upgrading your mental operating system,
It is.
helping you process information more efficiently and make better choices.
And he's not just talking about book smarts.
Okay.
He talks about developing intuitive intelligence. Okay.
Being able to read situations and people more accurately.
Interesting.
You know that emotional intelligence is incredibly valuable in navigating a world full of nuances and hidden agendas.
It makes you realize that meditation isn't just about sitting on a cushion and chanting.
No.
It's about training your mind to be a more powerful tool for success in all areas of life.
Absolutely. And this is where Master Chan Quang's emphasis on self-reflection and humility comes full circle.
Okay.
He suggests that the more inner peace we cultivate, the easier it is to spot our own blind spots.
Right.
We can make adjustments, course correct, and keep moving forward.
So it's like having an inner mirror,
It is.
helping you to see yourself more objectively and make necessary changes. Did he have any specific advice on how to approach that inner work?
He encourages his students to regularly examine their thoughts and actions,
Okay.
to identify where they might be clinging to limiting beliefs or harmful behaviors,
Right.
and then, crucially, to actively work on transforming them.
But he emphasizes approaching this with gentle curiosity and compassion,
Okay.
rather than harsh judgment.
So treating yourself like a friend who's made a mistake,
Exactly.
not an enemy who needs to be punished.
He believes that shift in perspective makes all the difference.
Okay.
When we approach our flaws with kindness and understanding, we're far more likely to make positive changes. This isn't about achieving some unattainable ideal of perfection.
Right.
It's about refining our character, becoming more aligned with our highest aspirations.
Striving to be the best version of ourselves.
Yes,
Understanding that it's a lifelong journey,
it is.
not a destination. It strikes me that this aligns with his view of success.
Yeah.
That it's an inside job,
Yes.
not something we acquire from the outside world.
You're spot on. Master Chan Quang reminds us that while material success is important, it should be grounded in ethical principles and a deep commitment to personal growth.
Okay.
So building success on a foundation of virtue and wisdom, not on the shifting sands of greed or ambition.
And that brings us back to Fuke again.
It does.
Recognizing that true wealth comes from contributing to the well-being of others, not just accumulating possessions for ourselves.
That shift in focus from what can I get to what can I give is incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
It can transform not only your own life, but the lives of those around you.
Okay.
True success has a ripple effect.
I like that.
The more goodness you put out into the world, the more it multiplies and comes back to you.
It's a beautiful idea, especially in a world that often prioritizes material gain over genuine happiness and fulfillment.
I agree.
It's a call to action for all of us to reevaluate our definitions of success.
Yes.
To prioritize inner growth alongside outer achievement.
Absolutely.
And to remember that true prosperity comes from cultivating both Fuke and the right method.
Beautifully said. It's a reminder that we all have the potential to achieve great things, not just in the worldly sense, but in terms of developing our character, cultivating wisdom, and making a positive impact on the world.
Before we wrap up, though,
Yeah.
I'm curious about how people can practically incorporate Master Chan Quang's teachings into their everyday lives.
Yeah.
What are some tangible starting points?
The most accessible entry point is through the practice of mindfulness.
Mindfulness is a buzzword these days.
It is.
What does it actually mean within the context of Master Chan Quang's teachings?
It's about cultivating heightened awareness of the present moment, paying attention to your thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment,
Okay.
hitting pause on autopilot, becoming more conscious of what's happening within you and around you.
So finding those little pockets of stillness amidst the chaos of daily life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And as you become more mindful, you start noticing patterns in your thinking and behavior that might be holding you back.
Yeah.
You become your own inner observer, spotting those self-sabotaging thoughts or habits that keep you stuck.
And from that place of awareness, you can make conscious choices that align with your values and aspirations. It's about taking back control of your mind, steering it in the direction you want to go.
Exactly.
And that's an incredibly powerful tool for creating positive change in all areas of your life.
Absolutely.
So mindfulness is like the gateway drug to a more fulfilling and successful life.
I like the way you put that. It's about opening yourself up to a new way of being, one grounded in awareness, compassion, and a deep understanding of the interconnectedness of all things.
Stepping off the treadmill of mindless doing and onto a path of more conscious living.
Beautifully said. It's a journey worth taking regardless of your spiritual beliefs or background.
It's a universal path to greater happiness, fulfillment, and yes, even success.
Indeed. And Master Chang Kuang's teachings offer a profound and practical roadmap for that journey.
If you're ready to level up your life and cultivate both inner and outer wealth, I highly recommend diving deeper into the wisdom of this remarkable teacher.
They really are. Yeah, a true treasure trove of insights, for sure.
Yeah.
And I think, anyone seeking a more meaningful and successful life can benefit from exploring his work.
Absolutely. And before we go, I want to circle back to something you touched on earlier.
Okay.
This idea of the interconnectedness of success, inner peace and service to others.
Right.
It's a beautiful concept.
It is.
But how does it actually play out in real life?
So Master Chang Kuang suggests that when we prioritize our own inner growth,
Okay.
through meditation, self-reflection, all those practices,
Yeah.
we become more attuned to the needs of those around us.
It's like that saying, you can't pour from an empty cup. You need to fill yourself up first
Exactly. You need to take care of yourself.
with inner peace and wisdom.
Yeah, and as we cultivate greater compassion and understanding,
Okay.
our choices naturally begin to benefit not just ourselves, but also the wider community.
I see.
We expand our circle of concern beyond our own immediate needs.
So it's not just about personal gain.
It's not.
It's about contributing to something larger.
Exactly. And that's where the idea of foot comes full circle.
Okay.
When we act with generosity and kindness,
Yeah.
when we contribute to the well-being of others,
Yeah.
we're actually creating the conditions for our own success and happiness.
It's like planting seeds of goodness that grow into a garden of abundance for everyone.
I love that image. It reminds us that true success isn't a zero-sum game. When we help others rise, we rise with them.
Creating a win-win situation where everyone have the opportunity to thrive.
Exactly.
What an inspiring message.
Yeah, I hope.
As we wrap up this deep dive,
Yeah.
I want to leave our listeners with a final thought.
Okay.
Master Chan Kuang encourages us to cultivate Phuk, to hone the right methods, and to seek a true mentor.
Yes.
But what if the most profound teacher isn't a person at all?
Ooh, I like that.
What if it's the journey of life itself? The challenges, the triumphs, the lessons we learn along the way. What wisdom are you gleaning from your own unique path? How are you using it to create a more successful and meaningful life? That's something for all of us to reflect on as we continue on this path of growth and discovery. Thanks for joining us on another deep dive. We look forward to exploring more fascinating topics with you in the future.